Hi there, this is Brian with the 4T Podcast with Teacher's Tangent, and I'm going to be going over a quick tutorial about the games I've created. So today we're going to be doing Smash Brothers. Alright, so I created this game in Scratch here. So for those of you that may have never played Smash Brothers before, what you're supposed to do is everyone starts out with the 0%. You're supposed to damage the other teams, and whoever has the least amount of damage in the end wins. So let's reset this. Start out. So let's hit this green flag here. It's going to reset everything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make this full window here. Now we're going to make it full screen, and you can toggle back and forth between the editor and full screen just by doing this here. Now let's just say that you have a PowerPoint and you're going to be trying to do the PowerPoint coupled with the game here. When you're in this full screen mode, you can't exit out of it. But if you press the escape key, it turns it into a window, and then you can minimize it and maximize it again. So this way you can use it in tandem with a PowerPoint at the same time. All right, so let's move on to the next part here. So hit the start button. Okay, how many teams? So the maximum total of teams you can have in this is 6, but you can have the minimum is 3, but maximum is 6. So we're going to put 6 teams in here. So you put the number 6 in the bottom, you hit enter, and it starts up and picks a random background for you. Alright, so basic premise of the game. A simple question when you ask a team a question or whatnot. A regular question is just going to do just simple damage. So it's only going to do maybe 25% damage. So all you have to do is click. So let's just say Team 1 answered the question. They're going to damage Team 2 here. You click on this. Turns from 0 to 25. And all damage points in the game are increments of 25. And the reason for that being is that once you hit 100%, you get a -1 above here where the 0 is. So let's keep clicking here. It hit 0. Now it's back to -1, and they move back to 0 then. So now this calculates how many points you have at the at the end of the game. When you calculate all the points at the very end, whoever has the least number of points and the least amount of damage wins. Alright, so in this one here, you can just click over here, just like that. All teams can get different damage, and it just keep calculating, going up and up and up and up and up. Now, if you want to add weapons into the game, you just press the W button. Alright, so how many loses? So for this attack here with the chicken, it's asking which teams lost. Okay, so it's asking how many people lost. So in this case here, with this these chickens from the Legend of Zelda series, the teams that lost, the chickens hit them, so it's going to do 50% damage to all of them. So what I do in this game sequence here is that the team that answered the question correctly, they're obviously safe. So what they do is they do the Osama Janken, or the King Janken, where everyone does Janken against them, and if they lose, then they get hit. So let's just say 3 teams got hit. So put in the number 3 for how many loses. Alright, now which team? So we're going to say, since Team 3 answered the question correctly, Team 6 got it wrong. So it just did 50% damage, they went to a -1. Now which team? Well, let's say Team 4 got it wrong too. There's 50% damage. And now it's asking for the last team, and let's say Team 5 got it wrong. Alright, so now you see that it did the what is it? They all got the -1 because they all went back to 0%. And once I finished putting in the 3 people that got hit, the weapon itself disappeared. Now, there's a whole bunch of different weapons in the game. And if you want to see a full tutorial on how to use them and how the process goes with them, you can visit my Google Drive folder that I have these on here, and they're free for anybody to use and view and try out for themselves. So just look in the description below and I'll leave a link for it there. And let's try one more weapon just so I can show this to you again. Alright, so we got the chicken here. So let's just say there was only 1 loss, so we can get through this real quick. We'll do Team 1 lost. Alright, let's try W again. Alright, so now we got the Smash Ball. Now how I have this set up for the Smash Ball here is that the Smash Ball is going to do 50% to every team except for the one team that got the answer right. So let's just say that Team 2 got the answer right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the number 2 for which team that got it right, and all of the other teams get damage taken to them. So this is a good tool that you can use in class, and a fun thing you can do with the students that mixes a game culture into the classroom. And even if someone hasn't played the game Smash Brothers before, there's still it's still simple enough that everybody kind of gets what's going on when they play it. And the other thing is because there's so many weapons in there, sometimes the kids may not remember what a weapon does, or they may just remember what a weapon does, and they'll get really, really excited. So this is Smash Brothers on Scratch that I created here, and like I said before, it is accessible for everybody in the description below with the Google Drive folder that I have it saved on. And there's also a document in there on how to use the weapons and what steps to follow to use the weapons. Also, if you have never used Scratch before and you don't know what Scratch is, there is a folder and a README file in there that'll show you how to download Scratch, what software you need for it, what requirements, and even if you use Linux, I put in how to install it if you're using a Debian version of Linux as well in there. So this is Smash Brothers with Scratch, and to reset it, hit this green flag again right there, and it restarts again and resets everything for you. All right. Well, this is Brian with the 4T podcast, and now we just did Smash Brothers in Scratch, and I hope you can use this in your class. Talk to you later. Bye.